Greetings, my friends. This is Maerlande. I'm going to continue with some more work with my Dominions 4 Lanka testing. Lanka testing and Lanka learning. A lot of new features in Dominions 4, and I want to try to push the envelope and try to make some of them work very heavily. So I'm going to start a very simple game using the good old Silent Seas map and one opponent and some oddball settings in order to speed up the testing process. I don't care who the opponent is. I'm going to pick a random, leave them on normal, and go with that. And I'm going to make my pretender. Now, in the previous video, I showed the analysis, and I have since gone a little further, tested a few other things, and found out that the capital-only recruitment is exactly the same as in Dominions 3. And we'll have a look at that in a minute. What I've decided I want to use, for the sake of trying out new features and pushing the envelope, is a Nature and Blood maximum bless. So I want a chassis that has either high nature or high blood or both. Now the blood pretenders available that I've found for Lanka are the Fountain of Blood, always an excellent choice, although immobile. And with the Blood 3, that makes the Blood 9 bless quite cost effective, plus Dominion 4 makes it inexpensive to get strong Dominion. The other ones are the Divvy of Darkness, which would be great if I wanted an Earth and Blood Bless, and perhaps another time I'll try that. But this time I want to use a Nature and Blood Bless for the synergy. And the third one is the Freak Lord. But with a Dominion of 1, he's just not going to make it with a Blood 1. And I've already done the examination of what the costs come to, and it turns out that the least expensive for an Earth Nature 9, Blood 9 Bless is the Fountain. So let's build it. We'll start with getting the magic pass for our bless. The strength's going to be nice, hit very hard, and the blood vengeance. This is the new blood vengeance, which allows the sacred that's being hit to still take the damage. So to mitigate that is why I wanted to use the new Nature 9 bless. Extra hit points plus regeneration. Now of course the regeneration turns out to be a percentage. So these extra hit points actually increase the exact number of the regeneration. I've set it imprisoned. Now we need to do some scales. First, I'm going to go with good strong Dominion, but not outrageous. I don't need the classic awe of Dominions 9 or 10. And I don't need to get too carried away because I still have to have enough resources and gold to buy the sacreds. And for those who remember, the number of sacreds you can buy a turn is your maximum Dominion, which starts off with the Dominion of your pretender, can be increased by buying temples. And I want to try Turmoil. Very specifically, I want to try out the new Chaos Power. To pay for it, I'm going to go with Sloth and use the low resource sacreds predominantly. I'm going to help to fix my income by going Growth, and it's a very significant improvement. You can see Growth here is giving us 3% income per click. And to synergize with the Turmoil, I'm going to go with Luck 3. Now we're a little short of points here, so I have looked into either taking a point of Drain Magic, or I think I'm going to take a point of Heat. You no longer get the free points from your national hot-cold preference, but even so, it's very rare for the game to have a province sit at Heat 3 for very long due to the seasonal variation in temperatures. So I think that's a safe bet. And that gets us to no significant leftover points. And I think it's an excellent pretender design. Now let's pick a silly name. I've been going with this one. Thumping Tom. Means very little, but it's fun. I'm going to make some changes. In order to speed up the testing process, I'm going to go for 9 starting provinces. And actually, to give myself time to set up my testing, I'm going to crank up the independence so that my opponent is a bit stuck for a while. It gives me a little bit of time to build the forts I want to do and build up the units and build some armies. So I think that covers the main things. Normally I would set renaming, but with the new feature of seeing the magic paths of your magi on your army setup screens and on your recruitment screens, it's just not as important. Master password I don't need. I'm not going to change any other of the bases. I think I'll turn on score graphs just because this is testing. And there we go. We'll make the new game. So first off the bat, I've got a nice chunk of provinces. Oh, and a throne. So what we want to do, I've found that there's a convenient advantage if you prophetize your starting commander, he'll be able to lead undead and demons. Well, that's pretty useful. I'm going to send out the scout to have a look at a province. And in fact, I think I'll send him out to look at that province with the throne. And I'm going to use a trick I like to use, which is doing a control move or an actual attack with retreat, just so I can have a very clear grasp of what that province contains, not just a scouting report. And as folks know who've played, turn 1, you can't see what's in the other provinces. You don't have any scouting reports. Bit of a tricky thing, so turn 1 expansion is a high-risk maneuver that works well with certain nations and certain starting armies. It definitely doesn't work with Lanka, with a starting army made of pretty darn weak units. So I'm not going to worry about any scripting. For purchasing, I'm going to start off simply. Go to recruitment screen. I'm going to buy my cheapest mage, a Raktapada, and then I'm going to buy as many of the low resource sacreds, which gives me 2 choices, the Asar at 4 resources, or the Anusar at 4 resources. But given the Blood Bless and the plus strength, I'm going to try the Javelin carrying Asaras. We don't have a shield, no significant protection, but pretty nice hit points, plus the bless. And that's it for this turn. Let's end the turn and let it run. Quickly we can have a look. So there was a battle in Cloudclap. Oh my, look at that. Some pretty tough guys. 4 wizards, archers, heavy infantry, and a lot of militia. So the key is going to be those wizards. So let's take a quick look and see what they are. Alright, I'm going to zoom over, see what we're looking at. What have we got here? Fire wizard with gems, ranger's boots. Those are new. Give a boost to nature magic and a boost to stealth. Interesting. Not very useful on a fire mage. And he's got a lot of gems. I'm wondering if that's going to matter in Dominions 4. In Dominions 3, gems on an independent more or less meant nothing because they wouldn't cast anything. Shan the wizard, water and earth, with a snake ring for poison resistance and some gems. So hard to say. What have we got here? Mistalo the wizard, tiny bit of air and water. And there should be one more. There he is. Ooh, he's tough. Fire 4, air, earth. So that could be a difficult battle. So they're stone skinning, quicknessing, so just some buffs. And I ran away. Well, that was the plan. So I'm not going to be taking that throne for a little while. What I am going to do is start up some research. Let's select what we want to work on. So I know that I have excellent air thugs. And so I want to target mist form. I think it's my very first thing. Let's get the alteration going. So pretty nice research here on the Raktapada. 7's actually a lot for that path setup. He'll be available to move and help me ferry more sacreds around. And let's set up my starting army. An army set up here. Put these guys on. Now, which way do I want to go? I'm not going to try to take this throne. So there's some independents over here. Horse tribe, that's potential. Amazons and griffins, ooh, that's tough. Light infantries and militias. And archers and heavy infantries. So if we take a look, not recruit, I'm sorry, army setup. We do have forest survival, and forest survival, and my Bandar has forest survival. So let's see if we can move quickly in the forests. I'll set them up with one of my favorite setups for a prophet commander, divine blessing and 4 smites, and then put them on cast spells. I'm going to put them in the back corner. I definitely don't want to lose him. I'm going to set my Asaras right in front of him, so anything coming towards him will bump into them. I'm going to set up a tiny archer draw, so that if there's archers, they'll hopefully be drawn by these 2 Atavi infantry back to the commander, so we put those 2 on guard commander. This bunch, I'm going to leave in the middle and put them on fire closest. They will throw their sticks and stones. And my undisciplined Marcata hordes can go over here and shoot their bows at whatever they happen to see. And let's see, we'll try to send this guy off. Ah, yes, excellent. Can't quite make there. So I'll head this way, which borders that group of light infantries and militia. For turn number 3, let's do some recruitment. So gold is picking up, but I want to save some gold to whip off a quick fort as soon as I can. So I'm going to repeat the same recruitment one more time and keep stockpiling some gold. And I'd like to have an extra commander here so that I can... Where are we here? Let's see what we've got available. Oh, good, an Atavi chieftain. Well, that's a good choice. Then I can start building a fort here right away. And that's what I want to do. I think that's solid for the moment. Let's run turn number 3 and see if there's any significant action. Mainly it's going to be events. End turn. Okay, no events. We'll read the messages. There were none. So no events. Got another Rectapada here. And we've arrived at our desired location. So let's do the attack. I've already set up the scripts. I have enough money. Let's see if we can start a fort. Construct a building. Oh, how lovely. Inexpensive 600 gold forts. But let's put a little boost on things. Province defense is currently at 10. It's interesting. Province defense starting numbers kind of jump all around. I'm not sure what defines the decision on how much your starting province defense is when you pick more than one starting province. It's quite interesting. I've got 2, 5, 3. These are very interesting results. Something to keep in mind. We want to kind of keep a feel for unrest. It's going to matter a great deal. So I'm going to see if I can bring army setup, bring another batch of Asars up. I'm going to check and see. I'll set this guy up just in case of any trouble. So first, a couple of blessings. Then cast spells. You won't have much choice, but it's something to do. We'll have the Asars start right back with him. We'll leave them on no orders, so that they'll throw their javelins. At least that was the effective way to do it in Dominions 3. And they can go and help protect that palisade. So I'm going to finish this turn. And I'll call this video done for now. I think the battle should go well, if it's just militias as the scouting report says. And let's see. Yeah, some small losses, nothing very much. We can watch it and see how things went. I know from my testing that attrition on the Asars is a bit high. Until I can get some of the heavier protected sacreds to hold in front of them, that's going to be the way it goes. And the javelin range, that's tremendous. They only get 2 shots, but it's pretty significant. If we have a look here, you can see nice bit of hit points. Their regeneration's 10%, but we don't know how much that is. Got the Blood Vengeance and the Chaos Power. Chaos Power isn't amounting to anything right now. I think that's their standard attack skill. But I have seen that it cranks up attack to 16 once turmoil starts to spread. Oh, my poor little Atavis. They never hold up well. There's a nice feature we should see here. I really like that. You actually see the amount of regeneration show up on your screen. That's a very excellent addition as far as an interface improvement. And yeah, so as we've seen in previous times with Dominions 3, regeneration's an excellent thing, but it sure works a lot better with some protection. But that's okay. This was the concept, and it's working fairly well. I'm trying to spot if I can see the Blood Vengeance working, but don't really see it, so not much else we can do at this time. I'm going to call that ended. We had an event. Children are disappearing. Unrest went up, and magic went up in Tengposh. Well, let's see if we can find Tengposh. Oh, and how lovely a hero. What's this guy? Well, he's kind of like a mini prophet. He's got pillage. Never heals. He's actually undead. He's got fear. Wow, quite the potential thug. For the moment, if he has... he doesn't have forest survival. But he does have undead leadership. I'm going to stop now. Finish this video and upload it. And next time we'll go further with our testing. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you in game, my friends. Goodbye.